Recently, we have seen certain protests being organized by the citizens of the Union Territory of Ladakh. What are the issues that they are trying to highlight?
Sir, in the context of Ladakh, the main demand which is being raised is sixth schedule status, and they have also been saying that in the context of the Jammu Kashmir Abrogation Act of 2019, Ladakh was reduced to a union territory without legislature. So their voices are not getting a say and not getting legitimized through a parliament or a legislature of sort. So this is their main concern, sir.
What are the benefits of inclusion in the sixth schedule?
Sir, sixth schedule in our constitution gives the powers to create an autonomous district council, which is present in 4 states of India currently: Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and I'm not sure about the 4th state, sir. Then these autonomous district councils can make laws and make specific, they have certain sense of judicial powers also, and they have protection from larger laws of parliament, that they cannot, laws of parliament cannot overpower their own culture. So these are some of the features.
The protest is also focused upon certain ecological concerns. Do you have some idea of that?
Sir, I have a very vague idea of that, sir.
Just make an intelligent guess.
Sir, actually, the thrust, since Ladakh lies in a sensitive zone, so there is a need for improving the border infrastructure there and improving the villages and its overall development. And there also it is very less industrialized because it is cut off from the mainland India. So, Jammu Kashmir Abrogation Act 2019 had changed certain provisions that an outsider can also buy a land, which was earlier not allowed, and establish industries. So the protesters have this concern that if a blatant flow of industries will happen, it will damage the ecology because it is also a cold desert and a specific geography, sir.
Recently, the Prime Minister of India inaugurated a tunnel in Arunachal Pradesh. What is the name of the tunnel?
The Sela Tunnel.
Okay. So what are the 2 places that it is planned to connect?
Sir, places, the specific location I am forgetting, but it will give access to Tawang, sir.
Okay. And in a related news, China has questioned that the Prime Minister should not have come there. What are your views on that?
Sir, I believe Arunachal Pradesh is an integral part of India, and these remarks are misinformed and should have been avoided because it is a very integral part of our territory, and whatever we do there is our sovereign matter, sir.
But China is also making the same statement that Arunachal is a part of the larger Chinese territory. So how do we bridge the gulf? How do we resolve the issue?
Sir, largely on these fronts, there are 2 routes. Military talks usually happen, and then it also gets resolved at the diplomatic level. So these 2 routes are the primary routes to resolve and claim that Arunachal is the permanent part of India, sir, and the claims of China are false and blatant, sir.
And do you think it is a part of the larger Chinese plan?
Sir, certainly China in its assertiveness has been trying to exercise its muscle power both on land and as well as ocean. Like in South China Sea, it is threatening Philippines and a lot of other countries. And the same is being with India in terms of border disputes. So certainly, sir, it is the part of larger Chinese policy of displaying assertiveness and aggression.
Saurabh, why sociology after having done the graduation in civil engineering?
Sir, interestingly, as my first exposure to sociology happened in IIT Delhi itself, where we were exposed to 5 humanities courses. So I ended up doing the first course in sociology and I loved the subject. So I ended up doing all the rest of 4 courses in sociology. And when the time came of choosing an optional, so I thought that sociology will give me a perspective to understand society, which will eventually help me serve the society better as well.
So what is the alienation that Karl Marx talks about?
Sir, alienation, Karl Marx talks about in a capitalistic setup, the workers will alienate themselves, will get alienated because they will not have the creativity to produce what they want to produce. And this will eventually lead to the proletarian revolution because it will help, alienation will help breaking the false class consciousness. So certainly it refers to a disenchantment from work. And there are 4 stages of alienation: alienation from self, alienation from product, alienation from work environment, and so forth. Like,
Do you think the present Indian polity is tilted more towards capitalism rather than socialism?
sir, if we talk about Indian polity, so in the context of preamble, we have the word socialist written there, and India is a welfare and socialist country if we go by the preamble's lines. But it is also true that in 1991 we ushered a lot of LPG reforms, because of which that intention for the current polity is that government's job is not to remain in business, and wherever private sector and free market is efficient, it should be there, but vulnerables should also get protected, and state should act as a social security net.
Okay, so one final question. I will give you a statement. I would like to have your interpretation on that. It says that to live is to suffer, and to survive is to find some meaning in that suffering.
Sir, my interpretation of the same would be on the lines of what Gautam Buddha had said, that this world is full of sorrow, and desire is the root cause of sorrow. So if we look at life, so that is also related to sorrow, because many people say that right from the time when we are in the womb of our mothers, that is also a very painful experience which we eventually forget after some time. But to have a meaning and to derive a meaning from that suffering and realizing the bigger goal of life, serving people, being happy, these are the ways to end that suffering, sir.
Okay, thank you, Saurabh.
Thank you, sir.
Come, Saurabh. Come. Please sit.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, Saurabh, as you already know, you are a very good candidate.
Thank you.
So, you have very high chances of getting good marks.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll tell you why. Because until unless we tell you why, it doesn't make sense. We tell you you are a good candidate. You have a very good background. You have a good personality. You were able to answer a lot of questions. Plus, although you got a little disrupted when the question on adult content was asked, but you don't have to. There is a Supreme Court ruling over that.
Yes,
you know, just quote that. And don't be perturbed by any such things.
Yes, ma'am.
And there is always law and a constitution to protect you.
Yes.
Take help of it.
Actually, ma'am, I was not sure whether that judgment, what the exact wording was. I was also thinking on answering on that lines.
But it's okay. But you recovered well.
Yes, ma'am.
This question was asked that will you lose your balance?
Yes, ma'am.
Or will you be able to continue from the next question with the easeless flaw? You did it. Flawless ease के साथ आपने एकदम उसको handle किया, बहुत बढ़िया, very good. It was very nice, very good recovery. You were mindful. Your voice is good. Your presence is calming, charming presence है आपकी. ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत boring हो जा रहा है interview. It's good. You are prompt in your answers. Though your interview is tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So be confident. You are doing good. But few things that you can correct just now.
Yes, ma'am.
The way you are sitting now.
Okay.
No, it's good.
Yes, ma'am.
Sit. अभी जैसे बैठे हो ना, ऐसे बैठ के इंटरव्यू देना है.
Okay, ma'am.
Do not slouch.
Okay.
Because the moment you slouch, थोड़ा सा
Informal.
No, not informal. Your confidence का 19-20 का फर्क देखने वाले को लगता है ना? चाहे नहीं हो, लेकिन देखने वाले को ऐसा लगता है. Now you look more alert.
Yes, ma'am.
The way you are sitting currently. Eye contact. थोड़ा सा जब भी बात हो रही है ना, तो थोड़ा सा ऐसे थोड़ा जल्दी हो रहा है, तो कोशिश करें कि थोड़ा
Yes,
देख के टिक के, बिल्कुल नहीं सोचना. When you are giving interview now, do not evaluate your own self.
yes, ma'am.
You do that.
No, ma'am. Actually, I can't see in person's eyes and talk, so this is one of my
It's
weakness.
okay. It's okay if you can't see in the eyes. It's fine. You just see somewhere at a point, like maybe behind the ear. है ना? When you see behind the ear, person thinks उसी तरफ देख रहे हो.
Yes, ma'am.
Sitting posture is good. Hobbies पे थोड़ा सा जब भी आप बोलो, be a little more confident.
Confident.
है ना? Because they are something which reflects your personal choice. है ना? उस पर थोड़ा सा confidence और दिखाएंगे तो बहुत बढ़िया लगेगा. Apart from that, a little preciseness would be very good. है ना? Preciseness वैसे है आप में, लेकिन 2-4 questions में
Long answer.
a bit, है ना? But fine. इसको दिमाग में इतना ज़्यादा किसी भी बात को नहीं रखना जो आपकी परफॉर्मेंस को अफेक्ट करे. All these said and done, I will still say be your natural self.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are doing good. Just maintain that. And when you go tomorrow to interview, remember few things. Take something to eat with you. कई बार बाद में होता है इंटरव्यू, है ना, then you feel hungry and they don't give you anything apart from chai and biscuit.
Yes,
है ना, so at that time you feel like कि acidity हो गई, ये सब हो गया. Take few medicines with you, medicine of headache or acidity something, so that if there is something you are well prepared.
Okay,
है ना, something to drink and read the newspaper. वो आप पढ़ोगे ही पढ़ोगे.
yes, ma'am.
Apart from that, when you entered you were a little tentative.
Yeah, okay.
Don't do that. सब पैनलिस्ट ऐसे हैं. यहाँ हम 5 नहीं होंगे, कोई और 5 होंगे.
Yes,
वहाँ पे भी कोई ना कोई 5 तो होंगे ही, है ना. It doesn't matter.
yes, ma'am.
So when you enter, you should look like someone has entered. And it doesn't matter if you don't answer a few questions. The way all of this is what has to be done has already been done.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you perform your best.
Thank you, ma'am.
You will do really good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Best wishes.
Thank you, ma'am.